Hello guys, this is a video tutorial about the CASIO FX-CG50. This is about the very first steps that you need to know in order to use it. So first, the number one is that the calculator itself, we cannot recharge its battery. It uses 4 batteries, AAA. Because this is a very common mistake, because inside the box, when you buy the calculator, there is a cable, and some of you try to charge the calculator, but this is a mistake. Okay, so first, the calculator uses battery. Okay, then in order to turn on the calculator, we are going to press this one, the blue button, or this key AC. This is to turn on the calculator. Once that we have turned on the calculator, we have this main menu. We have run matrix, statistics, the activity. We have many options that you can use, or we can use, to perform calculations. Usually, if you want to perform basic operations, like as an addition, division, multiplication, we can use run matrix. These are like applications. In order to choose run matrix, we have 2 options. What we can do is to press execute, or we can press 1. By pressing 1, we are choosing the application number 1. Okay, so we can press 1. Here, this is the run matrix menu. Here you can perform basic operations like multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay, every single time that you need to go back to the applications menu, you can press menu. This is the main menu. Okay, so we can go to run matrix. Then here, this is super important. In each menu, we have some options here on the display on the screen. For example, jump, delete, math. If we want to choose one of these we can use the F functions, these keys. If we want to use, for example, delete, we can press F2. Then we have more options: delete the line, delete all. If you need to go back to the previous options, we can press exit. This is super important because exit is like the back option. So for example, if I perform 9 times 6, execute, we have the result. If I want to delete the screen, what we are seeing on the screen, we can press delete all, F2. Then it's asking you, do you want to delete this? Yes, F1, and that's it. Okay guys, there are some useful commands that you must know in order to use this calculator. For example, when we need to use to the power of 3, 4, 5, whatever you want, imagine that I need to perform 5 to the power of 3. We are going to look for this key, this one, and this is to the power of, for example, to the power of 5. Then we can use the directional path, this one, to the right, to write down something else, for example, times 2. Execute, that's it. Okay? Then sometimes, guys, there are some times that we are going to perform an operation. Let me see. For example, this one. Something like this. Let me show you. This one. If you perform 8 times the square root of 2, this looks a little silly because the answer is the same. So there is a key that we can use. This one is the standard to decimal. In this case, we can change from this notation to decimals. Like this. If we press SD, we can change to decimals, always. Or if we are using fractions, this is something useful too. If we have a fraction, for example, 9 divided by, 13, execute. Again, we don't know. So what we can say, and what we can use is to press SD, and now we have the decimal version. Okay, what happens if I want to perform the square root? Square root, we can use Shift, then X square. And here we have the square root of 16, Obviously, this is 4. Then, if I want to delete all the screen, we can press F2, delete all. Yes, that's it. Then guys, finally, for the next video, what we are going to learn is about how to graph simple functions, linear, quadratics, whatever you want, how to adjust the zoom and the window, and that's it. Stay tuned.